In this segment, we're going to cover post-up play. And for a big guy, it's obviously really important to be able to score on the block, either the below post, mid post, or high post. What I want you to focus in on is having a simplistic package of 2 or 3 moves to be able to go to. Kobe always called it his kill spots. Spots on the floor that he knew that he could be efficient at, he could score at any time. So you have to have really good feel around the basket, good touch with your right and left hand, and be able to do something, either hooks or spins or face-ups, and to have something that you can go to. And the biggest thing as well is if the defense is going to take something away, to be able to go to something else with a counter. Now, the 3 things I want you to pay attention to is the post moves that are used. I want you to understand the importance of spacing when the passer from the wing enters the ball in the post, and his cut allows the defense to clear out instead of standing still where they could double team you in the post. With that simple cut or relocation, brings his defensive man away, single covers in the post instead of doubles. And the third thing I want you to notice is when they send 2 defenders at the post, who's open on the weak side and sort of holes in the defense that you can go to in the post, from the post, to be able to pass to cutters or pass to players spotted up in the weak side. All right, so let's dive in. We're going to go to Anthony Davis first. So again, we talk about the pass. All right, Green makes the pass. If he stands still, his man will be able to dig at Davis and get back to him, making it almost a little bit tougher for Davis to operate out of the post. Now when Green cuts, takes his man out, now Davis can go to his back down hook package. All right, same thing here. All right, Paul George has Green covered. All right, ball's entered in the post. Green's going to relocate to the top, taking Paul George with him, and allows Anthony Davis to go to work. Davis is going to open up, a simple jab shot. All right, a little quick jump shot, nothing really, very simple in the post. KCP cuts through, again, takes his man with him, allows a single coverage. Now, the 2 things that a defender is going to guard with you is your moving foot. They're going to follow the moving foot and where the ball is. Davis opens up. All right, once he opens up, he shifts the defender up. Once that foot lands, he doesn't waste any space. Opens up, defender leans, and then attacks the basket. Simple. All right, once you open up, don't jab, don't fake. Once that defender leans, you attack. Same thing, pick and roll here, no switch. Now Davis is going to be a little illegal here with his footwork. All right, as he opens up, he's going to go to the running hook. Now on this, instead of keeping that right foot down, he splits his feet. They don't call it, but the running hook is an important shot. Takes the shot with the right hand off the left foot. Nice touch going away from the basket. We talked about a little earlier on this open up and go. Remember, the defender is going to open up. When you open up, the defender is going to follow that moving foot. As Davis opens up, Powell goes for the jab again, opens up that left side of the floor to be able to make the drive. Could have got away with the elbow here, but again, 2 jabs, sells it, opens up, shot going baseline. Now, Brook Lopez is one of the better low post scorers in the league. As Zion Williamson guarding him. Now again, on the back down hooks to the middle, look at the offhand. All right. Now if he doesn't have that, Williamson can get that left hand inside and try to swipe at the ball. Now that he holds him off with that offhand, he's able to get to his hook going middle. Same thing here. Backs down. Look at the offhand. Backs down. Backs. Harrison bounds down, and now you have the hook going middle. Now when you're good going middle, they're going to overplay middle, which opens up baseline. And that's what happens here. They're going to go pick and roll. They're going to switch. Automatically get out of the post. And again, when you get a switch like this, automatically got to go to the block. Now, Jay Crowder's a hard defender to score against. Strong kid. But again, goes middle, sells back to baseline. And again, sometimes when you turn your head, look at that second defender. Now, Miami does a good job crowding. There's really not a pass to be made. But look, as he turns his head, that second defender almost goes and gets it. All right, here he's gonna go again, middle to baseline, dribble, drop. But look at the long step that gets him to a reverse layup. Dribble, drop, big step, finish. Now he's just gonna put Porter in the basket. Big thing here is, again, off arm. All right, posts up, goes middle. Look at the off arm, fighting off Porter, puts him in the basket, and look at the gather. Doesn't bring the ball down and get stripped. Able to just finish. Now we're going to go to Carmelo Anthony. Now, Carmelo's a 3 playing 4, which is posting up. He's a really good post-up player, really effective in the block. Now, again, that relocation to the top brings DeRozan out of the play, allows him to single cover. Defense gives him a little bit too much space on the shot. So, again, whenever you have a matchup, when you're stronger 4-man, 3 that could post up a little bit, always try to set a screen on the point guard or the ball handler to be able to force switching. Once they force switching, you can get the matchup that you want. Again, he gets the weaker defender here, posts up. Now he's going to go middle, but again, they're going to send that second defender at him, but he's going to fade away to make that second defender a little mute on this. Good. All right, so on the back downs, what's going to happen if you lead with that foot, that middle, the foot going middle, you take a big step and lead with the foot, it's going to move the defender back. And now the defender goes back, he's thinking that it's going to be a back down middle, and you just take that one quick step, little fade away off one foot. Tough shot, but again, creates the space by getting that leg into the defender, moving him back. And we're talking about that pick and roll switch. They get the switch they want. Again, pass back. Green, instead of Davis guarding him, now he's got Green guarding him. Now, same thing. Now, his fadeaway we looked at, and again, you watch it on tape. Anytime he makes any movement to that baseline, you think it's a fadeaway. He does a good job with the half step. So the half fadeaway here to sell it. Look at Green once the fake fadeaway comes. Keeps the ball protected. Again, look at the ball. It's not over his right shoulder and exposed. As he turns, he keeps that ball in the middle of his body. Look at the half step. The half step sells it, opens up the left shoulder, and allows it to now fade away going middle. I'm not a big fan of the back down going from the three-point line, but I am a big fan of faking after drives. Again, he fakes, then comes down, fakes, and the big thing here is he doesn't travel. All right? He plants that left foot, fake, defender goes, finished. All right, again, with another pick and roll switch, gets Alexander on him. He gets the matchup that he wants, opens him up, sells him a little bit with that negative step, and opens up. Now, as he drives, look what's open. Look what's open. Look with the eyes on the defense, where they're at. Okay, now look at the weak side. You got Hood spotted up. You got Whiteside. Now, Paul's pretty crafty. He probably sees both there. We could get his hand on a steal. But anytime you have that drive and you see that the multiple defenders, look what's open. Just so you know, you got Whiteside and Hood. Now we're going to go to Kevin Durant. Now, again, Durant, big, long, one of the better, most gifted wing players that can score on the block. I just want to put him here because I had a lot of post-ups from the wing players on the wing videos. So now I just wanted to just put him on the bigs. Again, movement. Opens up. A little reverse pivot jump shot. Kevin Durant's got one of the best jabs in the game, in the history of the game, actually. And he does a lot of what Jordan and Kobe does. All right? Again, we talked about they follow the ball and the moving foot. As he jabs, he doesn't bring that ball to his right side of his body. He keeps it tucked in the left, on his left side of his body, left tips it. And as now that defender has to respect the jab, obviously, because if he doesn't, he's going to go to the basket. As he goes forward, he can't get his hand at the ball because the ball's tucked in the left side. Defender goes back, jump shot. Again, post up, side's cleared. He's really good at driving it. Floor spaced. Gives him room to operate. Back down, back down. That little 2-dribble jump shot going middle. Now they cut Thompson through, so now they can get single coverage in the post instead of double. All right, now when you want to set up your fadeaway going baseline, you want to be able to sell that middle. All right, you want to move the defender back up if you can a little bit towards the dots. But what he does is he leads him with his middle foot, big step. Now look where the ball's at. It's not exposed. It's over his right leg, so Jackson can't get to it. He sells it, and then that right foot goes back to get to the fadeaway. All right, here he's just going to go to the one-legged fade, floor spread. They do a little bit of movement. Tough shot. Now, operating out of the high post. The rip-throughs work really well from the elbow, especially when the floor is cleared like this. What he's going to do, he's going to sell a couple of jabs. Now, again, if the defender doesn't go for it, it's a drive. All right, if you jab and the defender doesn't go, you just go. He sells a couple of jabs. All right, dribbles, little fake, gets the defender up a little bit, jump shot. Now let's look at Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns is one of the better hook guys, low post scoring, back you down, face you up, drive you, good using his body, good back down. Now look, they're going to send a second defender, stop, look what's open. You got two looks. You got Wiggins, which is a tougher pass, passing over the defense there, but you got the player spotting up top. I mean, Towns is so good, he gets it anyway, but you always got to see what's open. Really good ripping through on the catch. All right, well, on the rip through, when you go on baseline, you got to get that right leg outside the defender's left leg going the baseline leg and to get to the basket. Now on the rip through, stop. Now look what's open right there. Now that rotation should have been a little bit earlier, number 31. But again, you get the player spotting up in the corner, Koji. All right, but I mean, obviously he's going to score here. But again, look what's open now. Koji's got to be a little more shot ready. But Towns gets a good leap here, gets to the basket, good finish. All right, they're gonna switch. They're gonna eventually get to a switch, break off. Now, in the post, again, you want to keep moving. You know, he puts Tucker in the blender a little bit. Tucker's a good defender, especially in the block, but he opens them up, shifts the defense. That's what you want. See that little open up, that little shift? Now, as he takes a middle, look where Tucker goes. Now, Tucker goes to the middle to respect it, and then goes back to the baseline, and then keeps the ball a little bit high. You know, doesn't really dip it that low, and gets it up pretty quick to the rim. Now he's got Jokic. It's a tough match. But again, rips through. Takes a long step to try to clear the defender on that one step. And now look at the off arm. All right? Because Jokic is a load on the block. You need that off arm to try to clear some space. Big steps. Finish to going to the rim. Now, we talked about how the pivots and how the defense goes for him. The pivot sort of moves your defender. You want to move him back, forth, up, down, left, right. All right, the pivot's going to move him to the right. Once that foot lands, he doesn't waste any time. Drive, keeps the ball high, run and hook going middle. Now, on counters, again, you want to make drives. If they take something away, quick spins and finish. So he drives, keeps the ball high, spins. Again, drive comes, defense comes, takes it away, keeps it high on the finish. Now, we got Jokic in the post. Now, Jokic looks like he's a 40 and older player, but I'm telling you what, one of the most skilled players in the league. Really good passer, good on face-ups, good toucher on the basket. Again, cuts through, opens up, little jump shot. Cuts that again. Once that guy goes through, now it's single coverage instead of double. Goes to the back down, back down, back down. Gets to his right hand. Good. post. Again, uses that off arm, probably a little bit too much here, but again, physical, makes contact, and then look how the floor is spaced. You got 4 players spotted up, ready to go. All right, gets a deep post touch here. Waits for the cut. Again, see that swipe if you don't pay attention? Right there. All right. Cuts through. Face up. Little jump shot. Huh. Slow your roll, I guess. Good. Gets it going baseline. Middle to baseline. Those dribble drops are open all day. Now we'll go to Pau Gasol, one of the best scorers of all time on the block. Now he's going to go to a spin move. And on a spin move, what you want to do is you want to lull him to sleep a little bit. What you need to do, especially on the left block here, you've got to keep that right foot down. A lot of players like to pick that foot up before they spin, and it's going to end up going to be in a travel. He does a great job keeping that foot down and takes that long step. You see that left leg? Takes that long step going to the rim. All right, clears his defender, no chance. Now, Pau's great on dribble drops. He's great on one-legged hooks. All right, with either hand. Sells Gortat going middle. Dribble drop, that one-legged hook. Look how he keeps the ball high. Extends. Left-handed weak hand hook. Again, cut goes through. Back down. Gets a better touch. All the way to the rim. Right there. Spot up player here and here. Good action getting the ball on the block. Middle, one-legged, left-handed hook. Great left hand. Good. Green clears a little bit. Lets Pau operate. Gets to the fadeaway jump shot. Posts him up. Again, that cut. So now they can't double. Now it's child abuse on the block. Back down, uses that fake, little step through, hook, finish. Now, what I want you to understand is just to be simple on the block. These are simple moves, face-up jump shots, hooks, back downs, face-up drives, running hooks. Not really that, not that special, just sort of really good at being good at basic things. And again, you see all the spacing. You saw how the cut affected the defense. You saw on the weak side what was open. We'll cover passing out of the post on a later video, in our classwork. But you got to understand, just be simple in the post. Just pick a couple of moves that you really like, some counters to those, and understand spacing. Hope this is beneficial to you. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope all is well. Thank you.